Hello, Namaskar, Adab, Sat Sri Akal. This is Jassi Parmar on Desi Adda Live. Once again, welcome back to our show. We've been getting great reviews about the latest series that we have started. So, thank you so much for giving your love and your blessings. Today, I have an honor of bringing you the star cast and the people who are behind a wonderful movie called American Warrior. If you haven't watched it, please do go to theaters. It's already in theaters and it's streaming in multiple platforms. You can get the list on desijunction.org. But this is a time to bring another two wonderful people that are behind this movie. One person is co-producing it, and another person is a legendary actress. She's been in Hollywood for a long time. Please welcome Suleka and Naveen. Suleka, how are you?
I'm good. I didn't realize we were filming today. I would
Uh-huh.
have worn something much brighter instead of just blending into
Blending in.
I'm wearing silver gray.
You
and I'm
both
like,
are
"Oh."
blending in,
know.
actually.
It's kind of like we planned it.
Yeah, like
You
we
know.
planned it.
Yeah.
but our engineer is very good. He'll make you stand out, pop out. He's doing a fantastic job. Welcome to Chicago and welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
love Chicago.
Wonderful. Naveen, you are local. Should I say welcome or welcome back or what should I say?
No, you can say welcome, but uh, I've been in Chicago since 1992.
92.
Yeah, I went to
Won-
school in Downers Grove. Although I've worked all over the globe, this is my home, so I come back here
Wonderful.
every time.
And this the reason I'm talking about Chicago is because we are sitting in Chicago, but this movie is shot in Chicago. It has the Chicago as the backdrop. It's a beautiful city to be filming a movie. And I shot one song and a movie here, and I fell in love with the city. I've been living in the city for more than 27 years. It's really beautiful. Have you shot in Chicago downtown or your
Yeah, this is
scenes?
my first time.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
wow!
I'd only ever come as a tourist, and I guess you fantasize about filming all over the world.
Yes.
But Chicago was it was a real treat. And I have to say, and I know everyone in America is going to be really mad about this, but I would say that the people of Chicago are the nicest people in the country.
Oh my God. Like,
Yeah, just from the minute you get off the plane, they're like, "Hi, welcome." And
yes.
I'm like, What's happening?"
Naveen, you also felt that the difference, Chicago warmth or
Absolutely. But for me, it's more of a romantic place. Even though we lived in the suburbs here, I watched growing up watching John Hughes, Home Alone.
right?
All the films that he did here,
Yeah.
Ferris Bueller's Day
Oh yeah.
Off, and
And
those things.
this Weasley's or what's his name? The vacation. What's
Yeah, the National Lampoon.
National Lampoons?
Yeah.
Oh my God, most
right.
of those
You
are
know,
Chicago.
and so everything starts here.
Yeah.
Then you have the Blues Brothers.
Yeah.
Then you have Michael Mann, Thief.
Yep.
So Chicago has a lot of characters that I've seen over the years
Yes.
as a fan of film.
Right.
And then to explore the city, grew
Yeah.
up here, went to film school. So surreal, like going to school, watching these films, and coming out and driving through those streets or walking through those streets, and it was really inspiring
Absolutely.
to have that happen.
Yeah. It has a character. The whole city has a character, and I was at the premiere last night, and oh my God, what a movie you guys have made! It's fantastic.
Thank you.
It brings a lot of positive energy. It brings a lot of hope and enthusiasm, and I think the stories that I'm hearing is people are getting inspired by the film. That these kind of films comes once in a decade, right? This is such a touching story. So how did you both, like, I know you are a producer, and like, what's your role? Let's start with Sulekha and we'll come back to Naveen. What's your role in the movie, and how did it fell in your lap?
And it did. It absolutely fell in my lap. I played Priya, Dr. Priya, we like to say.
Dr. Priya, right?
And I play Vish's sister.
Which is
So how it came about is that I was having drinks with my friend Michelle Arthur in Los Angeles, and she said, "Oh, a friend of mine, Lee Sassery, is coming along," and I said, "Great." And she'd say, "Oh, she's a casting director. She's just great fun, and she's just the sweetest person," and it's all true. And so then we were all kind of, going to leave, and Lisa Essery said, Suleka, I'm casting an independent film, and there might be something in it for you. Do you want to send me your stuff? Now I'm sure. I didn't think anything of it
Yeah.
because you hear that now and again, and you put no money on those
Yeah.
suggestions. I did that a couple days later, and then a few weeks later, my agents got a call and they said, "Oh, they would like you to be in this movie." And I went, "What?" And so Lisa had suggested me to Naveen and Gustavo and Vish, and then Naveen and I met during filming, and we were laughing because we are two Indians who've been in film for a long time, a big part of our lives, and we're both from Kerala.
Wow. Ooh, both are from Kerala.
Yeah, and we had never met.
Oh, yes.
And we're like, how did this happen?
How did this happen?
Right.
That we could not have met already.
Right. Yeah.
So it was just really
And
serendipity.
It was a very lonely place, and she can talk more about it as well. It's look, when you land in Hollywood in the late 90s, early 2000s,
Right.
and for you as a child artist,
Yeah.
much earlier, and
Child. That's
And,
generous.
Yeah, I think you started pretty early, right? With
Well, in actor years, I'm about 100.
wow.
But yeah, I think I started early enough that it was, as you say, it was not a landscape filled with Indians.
yes,
Yep.
and to navigate that, right? It feels like a lonely place sometimes, but at the same time, it builds grit, it builds resilience, and to know that. And I've known her work for a long time, but I never in my life imagined that, one, she was Indian, and two, that she is from Kerala.
Oh,
And when I found this out, it was just so
And I went,
surreal. And I was like,
surreal.
why didn't I meet you like 20 years ago? That was our conversation. It's like, why didn't we meet 20 years ago?
And then we just launched into Malayalam and laughed about it ever since.
Yeah.
So you came pretty early in your life into US, right? You were in Canada.
No, I was
and
born in India.
born in
And
India.
then my parents moved to Canada when I was 2.
Yeah,
So I've spent half my career in Canada.
Canada.
And then I moved here about 15 years ago.
Oh, so you started when you were 2 acting?
Yes.
Oh,
exactly
wow.
Right. Don't I look like an ivory snow baby?
Wow, that's amazing, right? So, it's as Naveen said, it's very difficult to manage and stay at the spot that you are. We really salute you, especially coming as an immigrant. Like your story is very inspirational to a lot of people who must be watching. And this movie kind of has that connection about the immigrant fight and the second chances. When this movie came, how was it kind of related to your own journey somehow?
People always ask me if I which part of me do I identify with? Am I Canadian? Am I
Right.
Indian? Am I American? And I like to say I was born in India, bred in Canada, and self-actualizing here in America. But the truth is, I think the story that I most identify with is the immigrant story. So I have lots of friends who are from all over the world,
Right.
or their parents are expats. And so the commonality of the immigrant experience, that's why, for example, American Warrior's not an Indian story, really.
Right.
I mean, and we can claim it.
Yep.
But
But it is
but
every
it
immigrant
is-
story.
It is a universal story about perseverance. It's about grit and resilience, and those are two things that are, of all the spiritual terms out there, those are the two that are most important to me. Just for as being a human, given these times, given the climate, given everything, like how do we get up and put one foot in front of the other and
Right.
continue in the direction of our dreams, or in just to be fulfilled?
Yep. Yep. And Naveen, like I had 2 other interviews prior to this, and every interview, one theme is coming out that this is every one of your star cast or the crew. They're very grounded. They are very spiritually connected.
Yes.
Is it a coincidence, or do you guys naturally pick people who are aligned with the source?
No, look, I believe in energy and coherence.
Yes.
and it's hard to tap into it sometimes because this industry is chaotic,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of moving pieces
Yeah.
and things like that. But when that rare moment that happens when it goes into coherence, it attracts the right type of people to the project.
Absolutely.
So I think at the core of this is Vinci,
Yeah.
our main lead, but also I would say him as a human being. When I first met him, he always goes and tells people, "Oh, I met Naveen and
Yeah.
this movie happened."
Right.
But I say that
Which
he's
is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
but what I say is, it's the energy he projected that compelled me to say,
Yes.
"Let's go make this movie."
Right.
Right?
Yep.
He came up with this radiance, and it was a random meeting. We met at a coffee shop, and he
In Chicago?
in Chicago,
Wow.
6-7 years ago now, and me and my producing partner at the time, Charles Leslie, we both went to meet him, and we didn't know where the meeting was going to go. We just knew that a cousin had introduced. I went in there, and you walk into the room, and this guy with a broad, big smile, like
Oh.
as you've known him for 20 years, like greets you, and you sit in front of him, and he has this dream that's bigger than life, and he talks about it in a way, and then you hear about it, and then he said, "Look, I also have 7 or 8 stories." So I said, "Look, tell me some of your ideas," and he pitched 3 of them.
3 mm-hmm.
And one of them, like, struck a chord somewhere. Like, you can't put a finger to it. It's just, it hit really deep, where I said, "Look, that's going to work." And I knew the journey was going to be long and hard, but that was the genesis of it. And since then, we've been attracting, even her for that matter, right? Lisa sends us her name, and from a budget standpoint, this is not a big budget film,
Right.
and we're
Right.
doing it bootstrapped and things like that. So I tell Christy, I don't think she's going to do this film.
We can't afford her.
Yeah, so we almost went to, like, we were like, "Hey, should we start auditioning people?"
Right.
And then Lisa said, "No, you should send in the offer." And
And there we are.
yeah,
And
Well, the script, right?
that's what got
and
you
Lisa
in.
Essery.
Oh.
She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But you look for, I'm just always drawn to the small film, the single story. Like, there's so much big blockbuster stuff out there.
Yeah.
So the small story about all of us wandering around the world, everyday people,
Yeah.
those are the ones that you go, this could be magic.
Absolutely. One thing I'm learning, friends, I don't know if you've caught it, that if you want to get a role in a movie, if you want to make a movie, you need to go to your friend for a coffee or a lunch, because they both met right kind of people at coffee or a lunch, right? So the role was given to you at somebody called you for that lunch, right? Or coffee. Was it lunch? Or?
Yeah. No, actually, it was happy hour. Let's be
Yeah,
honest.
happy hour. Okay.
I think it's serendipity.
Mm.
I don't know if it's coffee. I don't know if it's
Yeah.
beer. I just feel, you talk about this a lot. You talk about
Energy.
serendipity, but you also talk about flow.
Hmm.
And so Naveen is always also both him and Vish are very clear,
Yep.
very humble, and very
I won't say
connected.
that.
Yeah.
You wouldn't say that about you?
No, I mean, look, when you're like, I mean, look, we all have hardships in life and stuff like that.
Yes.
So to combat it, right? Like the travails of life, you find certain ways to get into a centering position,
Right.
where you can get into flow state. And but go ahead. I didn't mean to negate it. But what I was saying is, like, naturally, I'm not a very calm person. It's a
Really?
no, I'm not.
You're kidding.
Yeah, I'm not.
Wow. No, but you seem to be very calm.
Yeah.
That's the energy you portray. That's very good.
Wow, well done you.
Yeah.
Who's the actor here?
Yeah.
No, seriously,
Really?
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, yeah, I'm a little bit of a chaotic person, and I've learned how to harness some of that, and bring the calmness.
And is that why producing is such a good fit for you? Because it really is about harnessing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You're the got the
Absolutely.
reins, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I think, look, absolutely. I think, there's chaos and then you bring it into center. But it also excites me. Like, what really drives me is talent.
Yep.
So whether it's a script, whether it's a director,
Right.
whether it's a actor, music, when there's something inherent, right? Like when you see a performance, or when you hear music, like a song, something inside you, if it resonates with you, then I pay attention to it.
Right.
And for me, like in this case, Vish and his story resonated, and then I was like, okay, there's something here. So now let's see who else. Let's build the energy and see who else gets attracted to this energy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Well done, you.
Yep. Amazing job, actually.
Right?
The
Amazing.
entire cast and crew. Actually, the producer, you did fantastic job in picking up the right cast. There's not even a single character in the movie that feels out of place. Like the casting is done very, very well. Like, so when you got Suleka's audition, that time you were not friends, right?
Yep.
So what prompted you to pick her up?
No, first of all, that responsibility was to the director.
Okay.
Right? Gustavo Martin, I worked with him. I had known him for a few years through friends.
Yep.
I did a film called The Last Victim, and he was the associate producer on this. So right before we started filming, he showed me a short film that he had done,
Right.
which he has not completed yet, called Sodaje.
Nice.
And like a 7-minute short film. And I watched it, and it emotionally moved me.
Wow.
And I said, hey, what made you do this film? And it was about a woman going through the last phase between a breakup, heartbreak, and she was starting to open up. So it was that he captured that last moment, right? She was stepping into this dance floor. It's a square dancing, or it's like this thing, and she goes there. She's standing there, and there are couples dancing, and she builds up the courage to dance, and then she breaks down, and then at the end of it, she gets up and has the courage to walk back, and then so the film ends when she steps into the floor again. So this is again second chance, right?
Yep.
And it emotionally resonated with me. So
okay.
throughout the filming,
Yep.
it was in the back of my mind. And
That he can do justice to the film.
Yeah, and then I remember talking to Vish. Vish was we were looking for directors to direct this. So at the end of when we wrapped The Last Victim, and I saw Gustavo contribute, I told Vish, hey, I think I know who should direct this film. And then I connected them, and I said, you guys take it forward.
Yep. Okay. Perfect. That's
Gustavo's amazing. Gustavo is very centered, has a great eye.
his work is fantastic.
And we had a few conversations before we started because we hadn't met. And we just talked for hours on Zoom just about, and he sent me a few films that he liked.
Right.
And that was really reassuring.
Right. Did he give you a lot of inputs on the character that you're playing, or he let you be free and say, okay, here's the script, just give me your best? What kind of director is he?
He's very freeing.
Okay.
He's
He
very
let you,
freeing, and you feel safe and you feel trusted.
nice.
And so that eases up actors' ability to just share what they think their vision is, and director's job is to fit your vision into their big vision,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I found it incredibly
Wonderful.
freeing to work
And
with.
Naveen, what prompted you guys to change the title of the film? Like it was American Underdog, and
Yes.
now it's American Warrior.
So one of the reasons that I wanted to make this film was when Vish said the title is American Underdog, and I saw, it was not a logical, like thinking, oh, American, and it's an immigrant story, things like that. But it just felt like, hey, here's this individual who's going through this hardship, and he's stepping back into the ring, and it's called an American underdog. Everyone knows the underdog, and he happens to be Indian.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But in the immigrant thing that you're talking about, he's American,
Yep.
right? So it's what this country's
True.
philosophy, or it has been about. It has been about immigrants, right? It has been built by immigrants. So it resonated with me from that standpoint. But as we were developing it, there was another film that released titled American Underdog. So it was
Okay.
for a moment, it was a heartbreak because hey,
Your title is gone.
yeah. But then we kept looking for the right title, and this is also about the inner warrior,
Yeah.
and the outer warrior.
Yeah.
But, so we just thought, hey, and now that I watch it, I almost forgot that it was titled American Underdog. So that's a good thing.
And to be honest with you, I love this title because
Absolutely.
this is more positive and more
Yep.
good title actually.
Yep. Thank you.
Right? You agree?
Yeah, I think that it's a slight nuance change, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like we're winning
Yes.
Yes.
or
Yes.
we're trying.
Trying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all coming up from under,
Yep.
Yes.
right?
Yep.
Every single person on the planet feels like, well, most of us anyway, 99% of us feel like we're coming up from under.
Yep. Yep. I want to know, like, you've worked in so many projects in your lifetime. Which is the most interesting one that you felt connected with, and how does this project relate to your work, right? Which is the most challenging one, or which is the most interesting one that you really go back and say, this is my best work, or I loved working here?
So one of the things that is so rare, and there's no real accounting for it, is chemistry.
Right.
You can hope for it.
Yes.
You can pray for it.
It can come, it may not come.
Right. So the shows that or the movies, or I haven't done that many movies. I've done a lot of television. But the ones that really translate, it's inexplicable. And my stomach's growling. I'm so sorry, you guys. It's inexplicable. It happens, and inevitably, it makes you feel the most connected to the work. So in my life, if I've done, say, 100, I'd say there's 10 of them.
10 of them.
That you feel that kind of way, where you go, I don't know what the show's going to look like, but my goodness, we are deeply gelled and connected. And people say it shows up on screen. Like,
That's true.
Last night I heard over and over again, it all just fit. You guys all seem to be so
interconnected.
I didn't know anyone.
Yep. Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that first scene, I remember the day that you just walked into set and you probably just met Vish in person for the first time.
No, I actually met him at our hotel.
Oh, really?
And I said, let's meet for coffee. Let's meet for coffee.
Coffee again.
So that we get to know each other.
That's awesome.
And I said, I'm just going to go down for a swim. And I'm doing my laps with my bathing cap on, And I look up, there's Vish. And I'm like, I'm in a bathing suit. And he goes, hi, great to meet you. I'm like,
Hi, sister.
could I put some clothes on?
That's Vish for you.
Yeah, that's Vish. So he goes, yeah, get it together. Let's have coffee.
Awesome. So
He said to me this morning, I do want to share the Vish of it all. We're all just gathering to do your podcast.
Yep.
Get coffee or
Wonderful.
just coffee.
That's right.
And he looks at me and he goes, beaming as we know, and he goes, Suleka, I can't count my blessings.
Wow.
And he just says things like that, and
Yeah.
you just get the full depth of him, but also the truth of him.
Yeah.
Yes. I think
That's very infectious.
Yeah, most of the cast is very positive, and you guys are like. But I think he's rubbing a lot of energy to everyone he touches upon. He's such a. I think it's a blessing for all of you
Absolutely.
that he's the writer and he's the co-lead in this film, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a balancing of strengths.
Yes.
Naveen and Christy are amazing producers, but they both bring something very
Right.
unique and different,
Different.
to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then Roshana.
And Roshana.
Roshana.
Oh my
So-
God! Like the three of us, we have different strengths, different weaknesses,
Right.
and when that comes together, it's just magic.
Is this your first project together, or are you?
It's our first project together. But
Wow.
if you watch us like
Yeah.
in a room,
Yeah.
you would think
Yeah,
we
you've
went to high
done
school
multiple
together.
projects. It looks
Yeah.
like that.
Like
Yep.
we would be in South by Southwest,
Oh,
in a living room, and Christy will hold court. Like at 8 a.m, she would just plop down on the couch,
Yeah.
and she'll start narrating, what happened the day before,
Right.
and all of us would be rolling on the floor laughing,
God.
and it's just going from that to
It's so
sometimes
Yeah.
she's angry, she
Yeah.
gets on the phone and she gives me a piece of her mind, and but it's like we've been in high school or grew up together or something like that.
Wow.
Every show has a bit of a summer camp feel. You're entirely connected for the rest of your lives.
Right.
Because you went through the trenches together.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like
I
going
haven't
to
seen these guys in a year, it feels like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very nice. And thank you for putting this whole tour together, because we get to get a chance to be with you guys in the premiere and watching this and talking to you guys. It's a wonderful feeling, and I think it's a coincidence that I was in Austin. You talked about South by Southwest. I was in Austin for 3 years. I was living there,
Wow.
and I just recently moved here. Look at this. What a coincidence. Yes.
That's crazy.
Very recently. I spent 27 years in Chicago,
Yeah.
went to Austin for 3 years, and
Yeah,
I
and
could.
we were there.
Yeah,
We were there like
amazing.
2 years in a row.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, so what's your message for the audience? Why should they watch this movie, and where they can watch? What's the next step for the movie? I know we've done a grand premiere in multiple cities, and tomorrow will be the last day here in Chicago. So what's your message?
So look, the film to me is a redemption story. We all go into a dark place in our lives, and this film sort of, in a metaphoric way, handles that part where, look, when you're alone, when you're in that dark place, when you hit rock bottom, you just got to pick yourself up, make that next step, and every small win counts.
Yeah.
And there is light at the end of the tunnel, right? And it's a universal story. It's a human story. And the film is now available on all the platforms for pay-per-view. So it's on Comcast, Dish, Amazon, Apple, all these things. And it is also in select theaters. They have an amazing theater here in the Matrix Club.
That's right.
Yes.
We just tested out the sound, and it's looking, it's looking
amazing.
great.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
So if you can find a screen for the best experience, I would say go fill those theaters. But if you're at home and you have children or whatever your circumstances are, I would say just rent it and support independent cinema.
Wonderful. Suleka, last words from you about what do you want to convey to our audience who are watching this?
I think Naveen is absolutely right. It's not the falling down, it's the getting up.
Friends, with this, we want to thank you all for joining this podcast. Go watch American Warrior in theaters and is streaming worldwide on select platforms. And I heard it's going to be in India soon. We'll do another podcast about that. Woohoo! All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This was such a great podcast, and
Great questions.
great questions and very insightful. And looking forward to more.
Thank you. Thank you.